A rough idle or a sudden engine misfire can turn a smooth drive into a stressful situation, especially if you are out on a long road trip through the countryside. If your check engine light comes on and you find a P2332 code stored in the memory, it means your powertrain control module has detected an abnormal voltage condition in the secondary circuit of the ignition coil labeled as K. This code is a frequent visitor for Jeep and Dodge owners, but it applies to a huge range of vehicles made since 1996. To understand this, you have to know that your ignition system has two sides. The primary side consists of the wires that supply basic battery voltage through fuses and relays, while the secondary side is the high-energy part that includes the spark plug boot or the heavy-duty spark plug wires responsible for sending that massive jolt of electricity to fire the plug. When the computer sees something wrong on this high-energy side, it will often disable the fuel injector for that specific cylinder to prevent unburned gas from ruining your catalytic converter, which will make the engine feel even more shaky. You will definitely notice a major drop in engine performance, and your fuel efficiency will go straight out the window. The most common causes for this are simply a bad spark plug wire or a torn rubber boot, but sometimes wildlife like squirrels or mice can chew through your wiring harness while the car is parked. It could also be a defective ignition coil, or even a problem with the camshaft or crankshaft sensors. When you start troubleshooting, always look for technical service bulletins that match your specific year and model, as this can save you hours of searching. Your first physical step should be a thorough visual inspection of all the wiring and connectors around coil K. Look for anything that looks burnt or frayed. If your car is past its recommended tune-up interval, you should suspect the spark plug wires and boots right away. Spark plug boots that are contaminated by oil or coolant should be considered defective. A great way to test this is to carefully check for high-energy ignition spark at the plug while the engine is running, but you have to be very careful as that voltage is extremely high. If you see a strong spark at the coil but nothing at the plug, then that wire or boot is definitely the problem. If there is no spark at the coil at all, then the coil itself has likely failed internally. If you find yourself in a situation where the misfire is jumping around, then it is time to visit a professional mechanic who can check the internal drivers of the engine computer. Taking care of this early ensures your engine stays balanced and prevents expensive damage to your catalytic converter.